I just love the fact that it's hillbilly as fuck. You know, in a place where, you've got all these rules and everything constraining you, and actually, we've just got an absolutely stupid piece of equipment. It's Peter Hanlon. I'm a mature student studying mine engineering, Camborne School of Mines, and I enjoy any form of messing about and tinkering when it comes to any form of engineering, really. Hobbies, about. It's the best thing to do. Nothing really planned or well executed. Whatever comes to mind with whatever resources we've got. I've had an interest in life. I was a gamekeeper for a while. After being a gamekeeper, then joined the 16 years old, joined the Royal Marines. Spent 13, 14 years as a Royal Marine salt engineer, so blowing shit up or getting rid of minefields and playing the trumpet. After a while doing that, I sadly lost my hearing in an explosion, so I had to leave that role. Went into lorry driving for a bit, which was shit, but made money. And then one night I was drunk, started chatting to an old man, and next thing I knew I was on a mine engineering degree because it turned out to be our senior lecturer.
I'm Sandy. I am also studying mining engineering, and my scope for f***ing about has been quite limited until I came to university, and then, it's skyrocketed. It's just fun, breaking things, fixing things. I like it. In a past life, I was a police accredited traffic officer.
What powers did you have, Sandy?
I had the powers, I had 2 police powers. I can legally control traffic, and I can legally demand your name and address, not to see your ID, just your name and address.
We initially acquired the car because it was up on a website for free, and we were just going to literally get it and scrap it and just make some money on the scrapping. But after we acquired it, we suddenly had some artistic inspiration involving an angle grinder and the car, really.
We had good fun getting it though, didn't we?
Oh yeah, getting it was a bit of a story in itself. So we drove down for a few miles away from here, but after some quite torrential rains, had to do a bit of fording in the other car. Driving it back, so Sandy then drove the working car back. I drove the shit box back because it was in a state. Just be clear, on this advert for free, and I get that it was free, but on this advert for free, it said, all it needs is the back axle repaired. When I actually got in the thing, I thought I was going to die of tetanus or something. Just everything was rusted over, damaged, destroyed inside of it. Cracked window. When you go above 30 mile an hour and it's breaking the sound barrier, it's just all over the road. I know how test pilots used to feel, really. On the way back, we had to re-go through the Ford. Now, that's all right enough in a big enough car, but in this little car, it was just horrific, water flooding in everywhere, but it kept going, and that's the key point. It's so basic that it just keeps going. So we finally got it back.
We knew it was a trooper.
Yeah, and then, that was part of it. Maybe it deserved a little bit more than being scrapped. So we got it back here, and we decided to turn it from a Citroen AX into
the Citroen Chalet X.
The Chalet X. And it's masterful. It is a full utilitarian vehicle.
So we thought did I have the idea? I think I came up with the idea to get the back end off it, make it a bit more utility friendly. We did that and we were like, yeah, that's good. And then we were working outside, had the angle grinder going, and Pete was like, you know what? We'll make it sound a bit more fruity. Half an hour later, it sounds, and I'd imagine smells like the 1950s.
It's a little time capsule at the moment. No cat converter, just the smell of half-burned petrol. There was an extensive design process.
Well, it was a bit like, if you cut here and then there,
that's extensive.
That's extensive. We took the back end of the roof off down to the window level to turn it to pick up. So boot lid's gone. It's nice and open. Pete decided to have a bit of fun with the exhaust, so now the exhaust comes straight at the bottom of the engine.
Taking out the rear seats to increase that utilitarian area.
And to save weight, took out the seat belts. Who needs seat belts? And we've just enhanced it. Lightened, sharpened.
Sports lightened, sharp, definitely a lot of sharp parts on it. Might need a little bit of safety modification with some insulating foam and duct tape, but we'll get there. Front end has had the bonnet removed off it to allow for that extra cooling going through it.
And the wings.
And the bumper.
Removed one headlight.
Then we had to put a headlight back on because, we need to see at night.
Before we did that, we were going down the track with Pete with a torch.
It's just been stripped back. Other than the fact that it's got 2 seats in it, it's had the headlining ripped out of it. It's just been stripped back into something totally utilitarian. There's no actual excessive weight.
There's nothing on it that isn't functional.
It's there for us just to fuck about in, and if we need to move stuff about. I shout at him a lot.
Yeah, we mainly use it to teach me not to drive and to just take the bins out to the bottom of the track. If we need to go and collect some wood from the local area without going on any major roads, we can do that as well. And just for fun, fuck about it.
It's the farm vehicle, basically.
Yeah.
But we don't have a farm.
We like to pretend.